Icarus Paradox.
In Greek mythology, Icarus was the son of the skilled inventor, Daedalus. Together, they were trapped on the island of Knossos after Daedalus fell out of favor with the king. In a bid to escape, Daedalus created wings made of feathers and wax for himself and Icarus. However, he warned Icarus not to fly too low or too high. Ignoring his father's advice, Icarus flew too close to the sun, causing the wax on his wings to melt. As a result, he fell into the ocean and met his demise. The Icarus Paradox explores the correlation between exceptional corporate success and the potential for subsequent failure. Drawing inspiration from the Greek myth of Icarus, who flew too close to the sun and fell into the sea. Danny Miller, the author of The Icarus Paradox, How Exceptional Companies Bring About Their Own Downfall, New Lessons in the Dynamics of Corporate Success, Decline, and Renewal, highlights how companies can be seduced by their own achievements, leading to their downfall. It reveals that success can create a dangerous momentum that blinds organizations to market changes. The Icarus Paradox is also known as the paradox of performance, refers to how prior succeeds help maintain a particular course of action by keeping an eye on the same tactics. However, in business of an organization, the exact factors that enabled these businesses to succeed also caused overconfidence, which prevented them from seeing potential threats and ultimately contributed to their downfall. The rise and fall of Nokia. Successful organization or company is a great example of the Icarus Paradox. Nokia was the world's leading mobile phone maker in 2007, with holding more than half of the worldwide smartphone market shares. They were well known for its durable handsets and user-friendly interface. However, by the end of 2013, their market share had dropped to 5%, and at that time Nokia was likewise facing a near certain bankruptcy. What caused this to occur? Nokia failed to recognize changing consumer tastes, including the fact that consumers now preferred high-quality and innovative software over well-built hardware. Apple launched the iPhone in 2007, bringing in the modern smartphone era. Nokia's handset industry was doomed once the iPhone gained commercial traction. When Nokia became the best and successful company, staffs change in their behavior, which not working hard to prepare, shifting the business into new innovation of modern technology that in line with technology changing demand. Furthermore, Nokia consumers are used to interacting with the staffs in the same manner in which have always dealt with them, and they are going to resist any change. Another challenge faced by Nokia is that the telco operator wanted to notify their customers when their smartphone might incur data charges. So the operators forced Nokia's Symbian platform operating system to display the warning signs, which required customers to click yes almost for 8 times before the application launched. Compared to Nokia's competitor, which is Apple, the company is strictly with the telco operator, which the company want their users or customers to feel easy while using their handphone or smartphone, so the operator accepted requirement by Apple. The Nokia smartphone operating system, Symbian, had a market share of more than 70% until iPhone and Android handsets emerged from behind and bypassed the Nokia platforms. Nokia losing ground to competitors such as Apple and Samsung. In 2014, Nokia sold its mobile phone business to Microsoft, marking the end of an era for the Finnish company. The Nokia Icarus Paradox had claimed another victim. Vijay Mallya, a businessman in the alcohol industry, created Kingfisher Airlines in India in 2005. It swiftly rose to prominence in the Indian market as a result of its first-rate offerings and opulent flying experience. Although the business was initially successful, complacency soon followed, which finally led to the airline's demise. The Icarus Paradox has a number of effects on Kingfisher Airlines. Firstly, Kingfisher Airlines undertook an ambitious expansion plan after seeing initial success, which led to overexpansion and financial difficulties. In an effort to dominate the aviation market on a worldwide scale, it purchased a number of planes and started operating on foreign soil. However, the company struggled to make enough money to pay its operating expenses and debt commitments because this expansion was funded by debt. Kingfisher Airlines failed to adjust to the changing market dynamics and escalating competition in the Indian aviation sector. Price-conscious clients have been drawn in by the emergence and growth of low-cost airlines like Indigo and SpiceJet. Kingfisher Airlines failed to adapt its business strategy to take into account shifting customer preferences because of its premium offerings and higher fares. The corporation had problems with mismanagement and governance, which made its problems worse. The non-payment of employee salaries, refusal to honor vendor payments, and financial theft were all allegedly involved. These problems eroded trust in the company and negatively impacted its operations and reputation. Kingfisher Airlines encountered regulatory issues and disregarded the financial and operational standards established by aviation authorities. The company's operations were further hampered when its operating license was suspended because it was unable to fulfill these regulatory requirements. The collapse of Kodak, a once dominant company in the photography industry, was significantly influenced by the Icarus Paradox. Kodak's demise can be ascribed to its unwillingness to accept the transition to digital photography. Although Kodak was the firm that created the digital camera in the 1970s, it took some time for the company to completely embrace digital technology because of worries about how it might affect its successful film business. This complacency and unwillingness to develop in the digital sphere proved disastrous as rivals like Canon and Nikon benefited from the digital revolution and grabbed market dominance. Due to its lengthy history and dominance in the film sector, Kodak found it difficult to adjust to the quickly changing digital environment. It was difficult for the business to switch its emphasis and resources to digital photography because it had extensively invested in its infrastructure and business model for the film industry. Kodak squandered the chance to expand its line of products and sources of income. The business possessed the technical know-how and understanding to investigate fields outside of traditional photography, such digital image sensors or internet photo sharing websites. Kodak was unable to take advantage of these potential, however, due to its concentration on the film industry. Kodak's inability to develop and adapt made them exposed to disruption from more nimble and inventive competitors. Early adopters of digital photography, like Sony and Canon, gained a competitive advantage and reduced Kodak's market share. The ability of digital technology to disrupt industries and the development of smartphones with built-in cameras hastened Kodak's demise. Xerox missed significant chances for innovation by failing to fully realize the possibilities of digital technology. At spite of creating the first personal computer and graphical user interface, GUI, at its research labs, Xerox found it difficult to successfully market these innovations. Xerox has been condemned for fumbling the future, and is best recognized for its poor marketing strategies rather than for creating many world-changing innovations. The company was unable to fully investigate and utilize new digital technologies due to its concentration on its core photocopying business, which allowed rivals like Apple and Microsoft to rule the developing digital industry. Xerox's dominance in the photocopying sector resulted in complacency and resistance to change. The business placed a lot of reliance on its established market position and revenue from sales of copiers. Because of its complacency, Xerox was unable to recognize and respond to the changing market dynamics and consumer preferences. The Icarus Paradox cautions against the peril of failing to foresee industrial transformation. Xerox was unable to foresee the possible effects of emerging technology and digital developments on the photocopying sector. The old photocopying business model of Xerox was put to the test by the emergence of digital document management, cloud computing, and electronic workflows. The company struggled to make the shift from producing copier hardware to providing complete digital solutions. As the photocopying market grew saturated, rival companies started providing comparable goods and services. Due to its inability to innovate and set itself apart from the competition, Xerox lost market share and saw a decline in consumer loyalty. As a conclusion, the Icarus Paradox can be seen in the histories of four companies: Nokia, Kingfisher Airlines, Kodak, and Xerox, all of which experienced severe difficulties and falls as a result of complacency and a lack of innovation. The Icarus Paradox has consequences for organizational innovation, and these case studies demonstrate how crucial it is to develop countermeasures. The Icarus Paradox's risks are highlighted in the case study above, along with the necessity of establishing a culture of ongoing innovation, adaptation, and market responsiveness. To maintain their competitive advantage and prevent obsolescence, organizations must protect against complacency, adopt innovative technologies, and foresee industry upheavals. Organizations may maintain an innovative culture, stay competitive in fast-moving markets, and achieve long-term success by comprehending and resolving the consequences of the Icarus Paradox. Otherwise, like the fabled Icarus, rising sales, power, and profits led to the firm becoming overconfident and skeptical, as well as creating an obsessive want for more that may lead to downfall.